Attention, sir. Balcony, sir. Student times begin. Honor, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, courage, community. Balcony, sir. Your meeting, sir. Good. Real quick, easy warm up. Let's just do 25 jumping jacks, and then let's do 15 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 5 squats, and call it a day. So something really short and simple. It's gonna be kind of a more kind of a laxed kind of a class, or just gonna kind of review everything as we go through. All right. So 25 jumping jacks. Let's go. And then we get into our 15 push-ups, sir. And then we got our 10 sit-ups.
Yeah, now you're good, and now you're good, you're frozen. Like super frozen. Are you still there with us? Oh, no.
Hey, sir.
You got last out.
And 5 squats, sir.
Ishan, yours looks pretty good now. Yours is good to go. It's not.
Done. Yay. All right. Now, quick little stretch, arms forward, sir.
All right, so.
Backwards, sir.
Did you hear everything?
And across hugs, yes, sir.
Okay.
Up and down, sir. All right, hands on the hips. Knuckles, sir.
James, is that a new haircut?
I'm sorry, say again.
I was asking James if he got a new haircut.
A couple weeks ago, yeah. Or a week ago, one of those two.
Nice.
All right, so we're gonna rotate the knees. Sir! Something's very funny at the front counter.
Oh, we can have our own fun in here. We don't need them.
Sure. All right. So go ahead and put the feet apart. And what I want you to do, sir, I want you to kind of turn your big toes in towards each other. That way you get a little bit more of a stretch, and then lean forward. Really? Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
You won't be able to go as far down, but you will feel it more.
If the internet does cut out again, or
Oh, yeah.
what we could also do too is put on one camera, one call.
All right. So, now hands out in front. We're gonna do 5 this way, and then 5 to the sides.
Sir.
All right, go for it.
So, you want to after that, you know, you know, foreign, or if you foreign, and then start the next class might not be that long.
I'm not going to.
I want to take that risk, go.
So from here, I'm gonna open this up here to gallery view so I can see you a little bit better. So what I want to do, so what I want to do is I kind of want to go over all the different elements of the testing. We'll start with self-defense, then I was going to say boards. Self-defense, then go through. I'm not too worried about your sparring, but we're going to go through that anyway. And then form, and then yep. I'm not sure how board breaking is going to work, so per se, right now we'll figure it out. So from here, I'm going to be the bad guy.
Oh, you're going to be that guy.
I'm going to be that guy.
Sir.
So two-handed choke from behind. Come up.
Yeah.
Just get it, right? So, you know how this one works? We come wrapped arms around. Looks like so. Uh-oh.
Okay, you know what? My arms aren't that long.
So, key ingredient, very important. When you wrap, you want to go above the elbow. Above the elbow. Because if you don't, pull out just like that.
I tried it.
Yes, let me check. Yes, there it is.
All right,
Here we go.
2 strikes low,
Okay.
palm heel high, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's run through that a few times. Okay? Go for it.
Go. All right.
Back to your other side.
All right. Other side. All right.
Yubi. All righty. First thing first, go ahead and get started. I hope everyone's safe. All right.
I was going.
So, hey, go ahead and get started with our, let me use it, use timer. Let's go ahead and get started with a short warm up.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, running as fast as you can.
Go.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Jax was a little bit too excited to do that to you, James.
He's always excited when he gets a chance to beat me.
Good deal. Easy enough, easy enough. Something that I did kind of come across, something to think about. When you wrap around and you get these 2 strikes, talking about the palm heel. We want to try to palm heel lifting back this way, kind of reach for it. Because if we just kind of come straight up,
Yeah.
got his arm in the way. And you might miss and like you do something funky.
Yeah.
We want to reach back and make sure we get it up.
Sure.
So I see that a lot. They're going 1, 2, and then they're coming this way, stuck,
Uppercut into an actual.
and clear that arm.
Okay.
Okay. So just something I was seeing with some of the other rings.
Okay.
You kind of just go 1, 2, and they go straight up.
Because they're already doing that motion. They're just
Mhm.
like, oh, just do the palm heel now.
Exactly. You will get stuck, especially if they're someone who is bigger, stronger. You know, there's a lot of real estate there. They don't have enough space, so they have to get around. Get around.
Sure.
Okay. All right, moving on. Now, something to think about with our sparring combinations. With you guys being 30 degrees,
Sir.
I want to increase what we think we know about combinations.
Sir.
Not only do I want us to do them, but I want us to kind of have an idea of how does it flow? What does it feel like? Does this really work in a real life sparring situation? Could I do that? Okay. So when we think about flow when it comes to sparring combinations, we want to think about which way is my body doing? What is my body doing? What are they doing? What do I want to accomplish with that combination? So let me show you here.
Sure.
So let's talk about what they call the bread and butter combo. Front kick, punch, punch, round kick, right? So when you do that front kick, well, the body will fold forward because you hit them there. Then you follow it up with the 2 punches. 1, 2, and then the head goes backwards. They start leaning backwards, and then that's when you go in with the round kick. So not only does that combination work really well, it's pretty easy, but it flows nice, and it goes with what they're doing.
Level 1.
So that's what we got to think about when we do different combinations. Not just, hey, I want to throw a back fist. What do I want to do with that back fist? What are they doing where I actually can throw that back fist? Things of that nature.
Sure.
Kind of see where I'm going here?
Sir.
These are what take good combinations and make them great combinations. So from here, I want you to think of one. So we're going to go through a little bit, and I want you to think of one as well. And you can use me as a training dummy, in lack of a better word, to kind of get an idea of how it's going to work. Okay? So think of something. I'll get with you in just one moment, sir. Let me see you.
Oh, wow, you're not going to take over here. Okay, wait a second.
Level 1, level 2, or level 3.
I got the first 2 down. I just need 3 more.
Okay. What are we thinking?
All right. So
Give me the
first,
thought process.
all right. So slide in with the side kick, and then
Okay.
you push them back.
Okay, pushing back. Okay.
Then you hit them with the round kick.
Hit here.
Either there or there.
Yeah, pick one. Because If we just throw to random things,
Yeah.
if we take both our techniques and go to the body, that's perfectly fine. But your follow-up techniques need to go somewhere different.
Yeah.
So these are the things I'm trying to get you to think about.
Sir.
Kind of foresight into the future. What are they going to do if I throw this front kick? So therefore, I can throw a jab. What happens? Just gave you an idea. But
I'm thinking over here.
Alright, 45 seconds.
so if all your techniques go to the body will continuously crumble like so, and then they'll be in this kind of like this motion. So ideally, what I like to do is mix it up, sir. Go down, up, down, up. That way they're in that constant state of kind of Mortal Kombat. Finish him. The body's doing one of these motions because they're just down, up, down, this way, that way. Make them your puppet. So for example, sir, let's say I do a side kick, and then I do a spin side. His body starts crumbling forward, and I shut in with a back fist because his head is down and pointing straight at me.
Yeah.
We may have gone off screen for that, but let's come back a little bit further this way so you can see. So again, if I come in with a side kick, spin side, body's crumbling, bam, head sticking out right there. The arms come down. These are the things we think about.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So for test,
Right. So while he's thinking, let me see yours. What you got?
for testing, are we actually like doing contact sparring?
No. But I just want us to get into that kind of idea. Because regardless if we're sparring an imaginary person in the air or a real person in real life, we still want it to make sense.
So I was thinking some start off sparring. Or start spin side kick you did. Spin side kick, come in, back fist and punch.
Okay. So explain to me why you did your first technique going that way and then your next one going this way. You're sparring two different people?
Well, that to see so you could see better.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Again, something you need to think about.
Yeah.
If
So-
you're going to do that kind of thing, you're like, okay, hold on, let me turn this way so you can see this better. Or just do it all that direction.
Okay. I don't want to go off screen.
Well, that's fine. I just
Oh,
want
yeah.
you to be aware.
Awareness, yeah. So
That's hard when you're don't have someone in front of you.
So reason why I did the side kick, so we're starting off. Always like the spring side kick because that's when you first put in the spar. They're not really thinking always going to come in. So always like the spring side kick that makes them crumble. And then a spin side get them kind of further out. And then they're already down and starting to come back up now. Do a back fist. Now they're kind of already up and going away like with the belly punch.
Okay, and bring them back down.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good one. I like that one. You got something now, Mr. Barrett?
I got him going up. I'm trying to figure out how to bring him back down.
Back down. Now, you don't have to go up and down, up and down. You can go up for a few moves and down for a few moves. That's just what I like to do personally, is vary my levels of technique. So that's just my personal style. And if you sparred me before, you understand that's what I like to do.
Yes,
I go up here, go down there, go over here. I like to keep you guessing, and that's not everybody's style, and that's okay. Another one that works well, this one incorporates movement. So we can be here as we. This one can work if they have the same foot in front, but actually works better if they have opposite feet in front, because then you get behind them. So not only am I trying to vary my targets, but I'm also trying to use my movement to get around the other person. To get to their backside where it's harder for them to defend. So from here, I start, I do a front kick, boom, punch, punch. Now I'm gonna come around and hook punch there. So I went down, back to up for the hook punch, and then their head's right there. Twist kick.
Nice. I like that. I like the twist kick. That's
So things of that nature, working around the body. So again, this is the idea, and let's try this one out a few times just because it flows nicely. So lead leg front kick, punch high, punch low, round step, hooking punch, that was close, and then lead leg twist kick. And that could easily be a front kick, straight through to hit this way, or it can even be a side kick as well. Just a lead leg kick of some kind. You can even bring it around to the other side of the head and do a round kick to the back of the head too.
Oh, cool.
That's fine too. But that's the idea. 1, 2, 3, bam.
All right.
Working around.
Cool.
Okay.
Tomato cake.
That's the idea. Sure. Am I blowing your mind right now?
A little bit, giving me stuff that I'm thinking I could add to get that hit back down.
Kind of good.
Just, oh, I want to throw this tornado cake. How do I throw that tornado cake? Where does it fit? Where does it fit? As higher ranks, these are the things we think about. And I didn't have movements like him right now all the time. When Mr. Haynes teaches, it clicks in my brain. I'm like, oh, and I get those moments all the time, and it's okay. It means we're learning. Then you add that to your repertoire, and then you can pass that on.
Yes, sir.
Took me years to figure out that how we throw combinations isn't just I want it to look cool, but the reason behind it.
So you're not throwing moves. You gotta have a reason behind those moves.
Yeah. 2 reasons, 3 reasons to throw any technique. Can you tell me one?
Oh, wait. Oh,
Who wants to miss the ball?
You hit them.
Say again.
okay. Hit the.
Yes, to hit a target. That's one reason.
I said that.
That
Yeah.
one's given. Given. To hit a target. Bam.
Hit the target.
Second.
Your big space.
Open up. Yes, to make a space. To open up a different target. So let's say front kick here. So his arm goes down. I just opened that target.
So you can punch them. If you do anything.
So to hit a target or to open up a different target. And lastly, to set up a, what are we doing right now? Combo.
Yeah. I'll make another number.
3 reasons to throw a technique in sparring. To hit a target, to open up a target, or to set up something else.
So kind of like a double round kick, kind of.
I actually got that from my previous instructor, Mr. Black. It was one of the things he said.
Go ahead and.
So, and I kept that, and now I use it.
Whoa.
All right, so with that being said, we're going to go away from the sparring aspect just for a moment because we spend a little bit too much time on that personally. So let's go ahead and let's get into our forms. So let's start with the color belt form, and then with the time that we have left in the class, let me take a look real quick. Yeah, we got a little bit of time. We'll hit our black belt form as well, even though this isn't black belt class, but since you're testing, it's a good idea to hit it anyway. Yep. Okay. All right. So do these stance, sir, and let's do it normally, sir. That way, and just keep in mind, Mr. Retro, this is our left side. This is our right. Okay. And I'll explain as we're going through. And if you get twisted around, I'll fix it. All right, to me. And palm heel. Two punches. Again, all strikes in this form are rib level. Square block. Upset punch. Fixed stance punch. Knife hand strike. Step through and punch. And they're going to come forward a lot. Now coming forward, low block.
Great movement, love the energy.
Step and punch.
I love that you dive in every time you
Full forward ready stance.
Awesome.
Side kick.
Other than that, though,
Knife hand.
small little. Keep bringing some.
Step and punch.
I love that you didn't think about it.
Step and punch.
Just,
Sir.
I love how you just kept on.
Alright, so from here, now we get into the turn. So when we chamber for this one, yes, Mr. Rexo, you're chambering with the right arm, but it has to go the other direction. So we don't want to chamber this way. We want to chamber that way.
Oh, if you chamber like here, okay.
So the reason is because whichever direction we're blocking, we want to chamber 180 degrees opposite of that. Since we are going to turn that direction, we want to chamber in this direction.
Okay.
We don't want to chamber and block in the same direction.
Yeah, because then they kind of know what's coming. Yeah, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So it's an awkward chamber. It feels weird to do that. But that's the chamber. That's the chamber. So we're here, turn.
I want to see all the kicks go. I want to see all the kicks
And
go.
step through, spear hand.
30 seconds, and go.
Now come back the other direction by moving the right foot. Double knife hand block. number 2 round kicks. 1, 2, reach, double knife hand block. Now get into the third section, so we're going to adjust this way. Sure. Now turning to the back, front stance, low lock. Big stance punch.
And
Big stance punch.
All right.
Big stance punch.
You're gonna go through some. Yeah, so I'm gonna try.
Into a front stance, X block low. Now we kind of want to, let me turn this way so you can see, we kind of want to lean in to that. Not only does it connect our hips and our shoulder in line with that back foot to get the most power out of it, but also we're trying to reach for the block. The technique's down here. If I block like this, I'm going to miss. We're going to be in. Yeah. Lean into it. Boom. Now step through. Elbow. Yeah. Left arm up into an inner forearm block. Low block down. Lift up and turn. Low block and forearm block. 2 times. Left foot, double knife hand block. Together. Right foot, double knife hand block. And somehow, Mr. Retro, you got turned around.
Yeah. Yeah, I turned around to watch you.
So I think it was at that elbow. Go back to the elbow. Let me take a look.
I'll sit down and watch you, so it's here. Right?
Okay. So lift up your left foot and turn to your left.
Yeah.
Then 1, 2, boom, boom. Now step with your left foot, double knife hand block. How do you end up that way?
I turned to face you when I was back here.
Oh, wait a minute. I get it now.
Step with your right.
There, I could see you.
You started facing that. I get it. I get it. It's because you flipped around because you were trying to watch me. I got it. I got you. I got you, bro. I got you.
We got you.
Okay. So from here now, back side, let me just take a look at it real quick. I'm going to watch, and then we'll move on to black belt form.
Okay.
Hold on. Chamber for that square block again. It's funny how I say chamber for one move and everyone starts over. You're not trying to play rock, paper, scissors.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I didn't do my funky double knife hand this time. The weird chamber, just like that.
Other way.
No, hold on.
With the right arm going across your body.
Okay, it's right arm going.
Goes across, the left arm is around your neck.
Yeah, all right. Like that. There you go.
Right there. Yep. And again, wrist rotation there, Mr. Retro. So rule of thumb when it comes to wrist rotation for techniques, take the technique at the end of the move,
Yeah.
flip it upside down, and put it in its chambered position. You'll get it right every time.
Like that.
Get that twist at the end of the technique.
Okay.
I didn't do that.
He did.
Oh, okay. Don't worry, we're not talking about you.
The 2 round. Then it's the back foot that steps into the 6 stance, right?
It is the front foot that steps into that fixed stance. Yeah, then
And
step. Ah, right there. That's where it was.
oh,
So your right foot steps through.
There we go.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, start with the left arm up.
that's move right here.
No, start with your left arm up.
Left arm up, pointed up
Yeah.
like punch the sky.
Yeah, but don't pull it down until you get there. Right
Yeah.
there is when you want to boom, boom. Yes. Yep. There you
There we
go.
go.
Good adjustment. Good adjustment. Okay.
Oh, that,
All little details there. I mean,
that one got my head. That chamber. That's weird.
it does feel weird,
Yeah.
but once you turn, everything falls into place very naturally. The
Yeah.
only reason it feels weird is because we're facing this way, but chambering
Our
across.
arms are like going.
Okay. But you're not there for long. You just are there for a second and you turn. So don't worry about it. So, but yeah. But yeah, that's pretty good, pretty good. I would kind of something I noticed. It's not gonna cause you to fail or anything, but something small is your wrist rotation. I think you're trying to over exaggerate it so much that your wrist is going a little bit floppy.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Like I have no idea, but
What on like all the kangaroos or just like?
just a select few, not all of them, just a few. I noticed that, but we want to try, and I had a problem with this too. I would over exaggerate my chambers and things, and back in the day, my instructors used to say I was Hollywood because it would look so extravagant when I tried to chamber for a side kick. I would just kind of bring it up slowly and then like snap it. And he's like, you don't have to do all that Hollywood, just do the kick. Okay? Let the technique speak for itself. You don't need to add anything to it. And
Okay.
that actually is working against you because we're using more energy.
Yeah.
So it actually makes you more tired. Learned that the hard way when we had to do multiple forms back in those days at the same time. So, so something to think about. So just keep your wrist nice and straight as we do those different techniques and just twist it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Third degree form.
Yeah.
All right. So just before we get into this, how much of it are you comfortable with?
I can get to the end where you go. So you
The end? Like the very, very end?
yeah.
Like the two double knife hand blocks and the 45-degree angles?
45 degree. No, not that.
Okay.
I was like,
Yeah, because that's the end of the form. That's all 68 moves.
Yeah, no.
I'll take a look.
What's the cycle end at?
You.
It's the
What level, sir?
I'm a level 1.
Oh, well, you don't even have to do that much at all.
they just gotta do the first section.
You only have to do the first section.
Don't worry, Luke. I had the same thing that you did on Friday. I thought I had to do like the whole thing for my testing. I forgot that I only had to do the first 2 sections.
Okay. Well,
That's all right. So we'll go over it and we'll continue your knowledge. There's nothing wrong with that.
okay, good.
Okay.
I'm just what's the Joker say? I'm not crazy. I'm just ahead of the curve.
Yes, exactly. All right, so here. Now kind of point out a little tidbit of information on how to get those angles correct with the shifting without
Yeah.
having to start with feet. Finally figured it out for myself, and it worked. All right.
Okay.
Can you stand? Sir.
Yep.
So now, left arm starts on the bottom. Yes.
Yeah.
Side. All right, right arm comes across to the right. Left hand punch, and then to the left, right hand punch. Hooking block, slowly. First punch. And the left side. Now, 45-degree angle, outer forearm block, inner forearm block. This is where it happens.
All right.
Front foot goes on its heel. Your
Okay.
back foot goes on its toes. And that will help you rotate into a sitting stance that way at the right angle with your feet pointing both the same direction without stepping. All right?
It does.
I told you. Now, should get a 45-degree angle going towards the right side. Upper palm heel and punch. Now, as we step to go to the other side, we don't want to step across. We want to step back together to get to that other 45. So we want to step back together and then to the 45 this way. Outer corner. Now, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure we probably won't count that off if you step across. I don't see that happening, but just a small artistic detail. Step together and then out.
Oh, watch out, Luke. I will. I'm kidding. I don't want to do that.
So out, in, again. Front foot on the heel, back foot on the toes. Rotate, palm heel, punch. And that is the end of the first section. So that's what you'll have to do for your technique.
Dang it. Yeah. I worked so hard on it to make it look cool, and I don't get to do it.
But now knowing that, let's continue. Now we're at the 45. We're gonna actually come back to straight forward. The hands are on the hips. We're gonna step straight back. Oh, my bad. I'm gonna head myself like the kids do. And yes, so right here, the hooking blocks and everything actually happen at this angle. So shift to a left front stance, hooking block slowly. 4, reverse punch,
6,
and then the other direction,
7, 8.
reverse punch. And that's all at that same 45-degree angle that we had.
Well, actually, we'll just. How about
Okay.
we just go back?
Originally, I thought we came forward with those moves, but it's actually this way.
I did too, yeah.
Search, trial, and error, I found out it's all there.
One is well on the-
Now we're going to go backwards. So we go back, X block, 9-hand X block, back hand closes, rotate over, reach, reinforced punch, back leg front kick, and reverse punch.
Oh,
There's no yell there.
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself too.
And then it repeats off the other side. X block, X block,
Perfect. Perfect.
close and rotate,
And group of
reach,
49
punch.
There we go.
F kick, reverse punch. Adjust.
Sure.
Okay, and that's the end of the second section.
Okay.
So that's
Third.
And that will be where you will end. Yes.
I'm cool. I mean,
Okay. Now we get into the third set, which is what we're teaching now for those who haven't.
sure.
Now reach over in the chamber for this one. You're gonna reach over your left shoulder, but the chamber is palm up, palm up.
All right.
It's awkward, but that's it.
Group where Taekwondo develops into what?
Again, still getting ahead of myself. That's after we do 4 moves.
Yeah. Where Taekwondo develops into.
Dude, you get me all messed up. When you're in here, I always get all messed up.
What do you mean? How is it my fault when I'm in
Yes.
He's just nervous that we're both here. He's just nervous.
Yeah, so we're gonna go into double 9-hand walking and do 2 forward, 2 backwards. 1 back stance, 2 back stance. Now retreat. Now awkward reach.
Yeah.
Double into forearm block, low block into forearm block, boom. And then we repeat here, here. Now stepping forward, front stance punching out.
Very good. Very good.
Back up. Alright, now from here,
Let's see. Group
we're gonna chamber with the left hand on underneath, turn to a back stance towards the back, bridge hand block. So just like when we had, or what form was this? Jungu.
Yeah,
Jungu.
And the sitting stance.
And then we're gonna bring our right foot back up
Both knees.
to a closed ready stance like the beginning of while wrong. So this here. And that is the end of section 3.
What leg is the best?
Then section 4 is the.
Section 4, yes, has the punches and the.
Fun
Would you
stuff.
like to get into that part? Alright, so turn around and kind of watch this way.
See, I practiced all the way to like the Dracula punch thing.
I'm sorry, say again?
I practiced all the way to like the Dracula punch, this part.
Okay. So I'm going to show you how that one works. With the with this form, this part in particular, it kind of flips because usually we're used to going left, right, but this one kind of goes left, right, left. So something to think about, and it bothers my OCD, but that's the way it works. Up here, so now we're going to go to the head. Yes. Left side, right side. Oh, sorry.
It's one direction first.
This is why it bothers me. It's written in here. I hope so. You know what? Just for sake of me not teaching you something incorrectly, we'll stop that.
Yes, sir.
Sounds good.
Hold on. Here they are.
Let's see. What does Taekwondo stand for?
That's all. No, that's all one yoke. Never mind. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go fancy.
Oh, he's gonna go fancy.
I'm gonna go fancy. I'm gonna pull up the app just to make sure. Because I know it when I do it, it's just harder to explain it.
You don't see anything, Luke.
Huh? I just don't see
It's
it.
fine. It's not a big deal. I'm not worried.
By the way, in the black belt form video that Nate does he just like look so out of it? He's like,
So keep in mind you are recorded.
that's fine. Nate and I go way
I'm
back.
gonna leave that one alone. I'm not gonna say anything on that note.
Nate's gonna come kill me now.
Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up because I've got the official movements here
Mhm.
written down in here. Okay, inner forearm block, low block, right middle punch. Hmm? Oh, they're talking about me. Rich hand block, low knife hands, close stance. All right, twin middle upset punch, right front stance. So it's right side first. I was right.
Okay.
I told you I got this. All right, so back to what I was.
I'm gonna face you guys. I can see you.
The right side, left side. I got it. Now, left, right, inner forearm block. Punch across, low. And then the hand switch. And then do it again, go in the other direction. Here, here, slow. Yeah, so that section right there was right, left, right, left. Now we're gonna go back to left, right. Because that's the way it is. Now, you punches. So, go here into a back stance. You punch. Come back and stay in the same position.
Yeah.
And then this side.
I don't know if that's
And just to make sure your head doesn't explode, we'll stop there because then it gets into the next part, which is actually my favorite.
Yeah.
Where we go here.
yeah, I can see why too.
And that stuff.
What's that move? Wait, what's that movement you did? Where it's like you slap the feet together.
What, with the foot?
Yeah.
Like,
So what it is coming out here. So,
like it or you.
so what it is he is blocking someone from sweeping his feet.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay.
And you pull it in, not today. Yeah. And at the same time, we're blocking.
Oh, okay.
So we're in,
Yeah, so
out,
that's the part I'm gonna hit first.
in.
You do the outside front kick, the outside of the foot.
We'll stop there for that sake. And we're just about out of time anyway.
Alright, from here. Let's go ahead and close it out.
So let's review that
Right.
one last time. I won't mess up and mix skip moves. I'm not necessarily doing things in the wrong order. I'm just skipping things.
You want me to stand all the way over here?
No, you're good. So, I promise I do it correctly when I'm not trying to talk through it. When I do it by myself, I do it right every time. So when I try to talk through it is when I skip stuff. And that's not just this form, it's most of the other ones too. I
Yeah,
skip
it's like
because I get ahead of myself because I'm thinking faster than what I'm doing. So let's repeat. Let's do this again. Last time. Here. Come across. Other side. Punch. Hooking block. Punch. Out. In. Remember, heel toe.
Yeah.
Palm punch. Then the other side. Out. In. Heel toe. Palm Not even though my foot slid, still working on that. Right side. Left side.
30 seconds.
Coming back. 1, 2, rotate.
Y'all even know my favorite
Kick. Punch. Other side.
Sure.
9 hands. 1, 2, retreat.
Regular one. Well done.
myself too. I retrieved before you guys did.
Double inner form block,
I always.
low block inner form block. Double inner form block, low block inner form block. 7 punching you off. Turn. Close right.
I will stand in line for 30 minutes.
Right.
You're gonna adjust over here. Sure.
Right.
Yeah, I'll stand in line for 30
Left.
minutes.
Right.
The mall that's
Left.
and I still.
Left. Right. I believe.
Our fun moves here.
Just to kind of show you guys what's going on next, this is what the next section looks like. So you go here, light stretch, down, out, in,
My perception, so what a pretty well back.
kick, side,
Take those
2 9 blocks, another 2 9 blocks, back fist, yell, yeah, twin punch high, twin punch high, double knock hand 45, and double knock hand 45, that's it.
Right. Are you testing this cycle, or when do you test?
Well, I don't test until the fall.
Next cycle.
That's not next cycle.
No, me. I test
Oh.
next cycle.
It's like that's 2 cycles from now.
I'll make sure to volunteer for sparring that day, James.
Oh, okay.
And that's about all the time we have. Hope you had some fun, learned something interesting about not just how to create combinations, but why.
Yeah.
So I kind of gave you a hint on why people don't like sparring me.
Yes, I know why. I know why.
I turn you into a puppet. A
I
puppet.
mean, you've done that
You just-
before, but I still like sparring you.
I do too. Cool. Because
That's the whole idea. So the higher you go, the more you kind of cheat,
Mhm.
and you develop things like that. And you kind of, it's like, oh, I'm gonna make him do this by hitting him here, and then that's how it works.
Sir?
That's how it
yeah, or if you meshed hands, you just step on people's foot, and there you go. That's his way of cheating. That's his move.
Now he doesn't do that all the time.
Well, I've had different experience.
But anyway, that's all I got for you. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time, man.
See you guys.
Bye.
Yeah.